Hi, I'm Jackie, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Huli people. The Huli people are indigenous people who lived in the Hela province of Papua New Guinea. Their population is around 1,500,000 people, and they have lived in their current area for about 1,000 years. They first came into contact with the rest of the world in 1934. They live on the second largest island and is one of the most sparsely populated countries on the planet. Their language. They mostly speak Huli Paisan, a local language, but also many Huli speak English and some other surrounding languages of their region. With religion, there are three main powers. The Domna, who is the most powerful. They are gods that can inhabit any intimate object. The Dimni come next. They are ghosts of the dead. The male Dimni are usually protective of their sons, while the female are hostile to all but their own offspring. The last is a Tomna, a power that could reside in most material. This country has some of the most extraordinary biodiversities in the world. It is home to the three biggest forests. The rainforest is home to the 4 poisonous birds in the world. It also has the largest butterfly and the longest lizard. Papua New Guinea also has the Pacific Ocean's largest mangrove forest, coral reef, and seagrass beds. The cultural norms in this area, you can discover more about the culture when you go to a Sing Sing. This is a ritual and gathering of people from one or more tribes to celebrate events or to share cultural traditions. In August, the biggest cultural show is called Mount Hagen Cultural Show. It was created to share different cultures and prevent tribal animosities by bringing them all together. Now with sports, the Huli people do not have one single sport. However, the country of Papua New Guinea, most popular sport is rugby, cricket, and soccer. And in this picture, it's the Papua New Guinea playing rugby. For food, there's almost an entirely self-sufficient in terms of mostly through agricultural and pig farming. Pork along with yams is one of the most stable foods found across the country. The men hunt and the women grow plants. The plants include sweet potatoes, and they do this all around the region. Pigs are not just for food, they also play a role in most celebrations. They slaughter pigs for marriage celebrations and initiation rites. Two of the most important things to know about this group are gardening and pigs. Wealth is counted by how many pigs one person owns. Pigs are commonly exchanged for payment as well. Now with entertainment. There's some other important information too. Boys' transformation to become adults. They live with their mothers until they're around 8 years old. Men and women live separate from each other, while women live with the children and men live with other men in the tribe. Around 8 years old, the boys then go to live with their fathers. When they are around 15 years old, they progress to bachelor school and learn about becoming a man, rituals and biological processes. This can be 18 months to 3 years. They have no contact with women, not even their mothers. It is completely forbidden. Once their training is complete, they are allowed to return home to get married. They are famous for their customs of wearing decorations on their head as well as the paintings on their faces. The wigs that they wear take 15 plus years to make. The wig symbolizes manhood. The wigs are started when the boy leaves his mother's home to go to get their bachelor's. The wig is made in 3 stages. First, hair is formed into half symmetrical form. This takes about 3 years. The second phase, a few years later, the hair is transformed into a cocknal look. About 15 years, the edges of the hair are lifted up and cut. The man cannot get married until his wig is completed. They then preserve it. The wig is decorated with colorful feathers for various bird nestings in the jungle. In the Hulai language, their numbering system is based on multiples of 15. It is a pedemical numbering system. Thank you. Huli people of Papua New Guinea are native to the Tari Basin. They're also located in the highlands in a land consisting of the thick coastal swamps and rugged mountainous regions. Huli consist of over 65,000 different people grouped up into clans or tribes, which all live in this little area. The Hulis are mostly civilized, but approximately 1/10 of them still live their traditional life. Now, in the Huli history, there has been no chiefs and no government of any kind. But the power is special, and the importance can be gained by the man with the right ambition. If the man provides his worth, others will tend to follow his lead. A woman may own pigs and values, and many eat the food that she had grown, but she can never obtain the wealth that a man can. Now, it's not said to who discovered the Huli tribe, but they were in Papua New Guinea in the beginning. These people were very tall and are heavily bearded. For tribal get-togethers, they would wear red, yellow, and sometimes black face paint. They would also wear a crown made of its feathers from birds and such as colorful parrots and eagles. These Huli are closely related to the Papuans who also live in Papua New Guinea. The Huli, like many subsistence communities, live in grass huts. There are generally 2 of 4 huts in a community. They are made from split wood and mud walls. These communal compounds serve as housing for pigs as well as to keep the evil spirits out. The traditional Huli communities separate their houses for sleeping. The men, like I said earlier, have a joint hut, while the women and pigs share their common dwelling. Both pigs and women are considered property of the Huli men. Some more modern Huli villagers now separate their pigs from their women because of the influence that Christian missionaries had on their society. Now for the dress code. The fundamental dress for a woman consists of a long grass skirt that hangs below the knees and is sometimes dyed black. Most women wear a European smock purchased in Tari. Rarely does a young woman wear the traditional woven smock to cover their breast. Young Huli women are forbidden to expose their breasts. Only older women are permitted to appear without an upper covering. In general, Huli women wear less bodily decoration than men. They do not wear earrings, usually, leg bands, nasal septums, shafts, or wigs. They often wear kina shell breastplate, neck beads, and flowers in their hair. There has been a few threats to the Huli people. The tribe habitat is increasingly threatened by deforestation and natural gas extraction. Infrastructure development, such as roads and processing facilities, had an adverse impact on the rainforest, which the Huli people call home. Even the birds whose feathers the tribe used for wig making are reducing due to the habitat loss. The Huli people, being most illiterate, are easily lured into selling land cheaply to the development organizations. Modernization is slowly being adopted by the tribe since they are no longer isolated, but rather than exposed to modern influences, especially due to the encroachment of energy and road companies. Now, you can meet the Huli people. You can go to a Mount Hagen show tour panorama, but it does get pretty pricey if you want to go visit. But there's a bunch of different events that you can go visit during the year that these indigenous people allow to go see. If you do want to go visit, you make sure to save the date. Thank you, and I hope that you found this interesting just like I did.